So here I'm going to call the number of balloons that these 4 children have C1, C2, C3, C4. And we're told that these add up to 20. Now the condition is none of them gets an odd number, which means these have to be all even. So their format would be 2x1, 2x2, 2x3, so on and so forth. So the condition really is that x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is 10. So this is actually called partitions of number 10. So if you already know this concept, then you have a chance of doing this question. I was also rusty, so I had to kind of go back and review. But what this means is that how do we generate these solutions where these have to be all greater than or equal to 1, and we're essentially dividing this number 10. So for example, one solution could be 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4. And this is x1, x2, x3, x4. But we could also swap these around, 3, 2, 1, 4, so on and so forth. So we need to count these solutions. So these are called partitions, and I'll kind of explain what the concept is. So imagine that these numbers, or these balloons, or 10 numbers, I put a spacing between them. So let's say I label each of those balloons as U. U, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm going to put a space. This letter S represents the space. And I'll have 9 of these spaces. Now imagine that I select 3 of these spaces. Could be this, that, and that. And then I get rid of all the remaining spaces. Then what you have is a solution. So this would be 2. I have 3 here, and 4, and 1. And of course, these have to add up to 10. So this is one solution. So the problem really is about selecting 3 spaces, and it could be anywhere, from these 9 spaces. So the number of ways I can do that is 9C3. That's the partitions concept. And this number, as you'll note, is 1 less than, and that's 1 less than the total number of partitions, because that's the number of spaces. So the number of ways I can do this is 9C3, and that's actually the answer. So if you know this concept in advance, then obviously this is an easy question, and that's exactly what I'll try to do if I'm preparing for this exam. I will be taking notes and making sure I understand this concept, and you'll see that if you multiply this, you get 84. So clearly this number is too large that you can't list them out, and that's why this question is difficult, because it is a type in the answer, and you can't just simply list them out and count them. So make sure you understand this concept. I hope I kind of gave you a quick kind of a explanation, but this is kind of how you tackle these types of questions. So the answer is 84.